you. Hello internet viewers, I'm the Fairly OddGamer, and perhaps all of you are aware of what's going on right now in regards to our climate. Lockdowns, social distancing, events being postponed if not cancelled, that sort of thing. So my advice is to make sure that your hygiene level is good, and as always, be safe and secure. So with that out of the way, what game could I possibly review that in some way could relate to this whole Rocko's Modern Life? Of course. Rocko's Modern Life. Originally an unpublished comic book series under a different name, Rocko's Modern Life was an edgy, adult-humored cartoon series created by cartoonist Joe Murray. The show centers around a wallaby named Rocko and his friends including Heifer, Filbert, and his dog Spunky. When the show premiered on Nickelodeon in 1993, it became a huge success with both critics and audiences, and had run for an amazing 4 seasons. Since then, the show aired reruns on Nicktoons, and has recently released a reboot special on Netflix. With Rocko being a successful show, you expect to have a video game based on it. And lo and behold, the show did have a video game tie-in. Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day for the Super NES. I also want to point out that this game was released 26 years ago today, and that's no joke. This game was released on April Fool's Day in 1994. But does it hold up to the show's success? Let's find out. First off, why didn't this game use the show's theme song? I know it's a nitpick, but it would have made more sense. Not saying that the music is memorable, but anyway. Here's a fun little activity to try. Before the game starts, you can play around with the Nickelodeon logo. Look out, Mario, Nickelodeon's got you beat! Pressing Y and X makes the logo long and skinny, and pressing B and A makes the logo fat and tall. Nothing much to it, just wanted to show it off. After finding out that the game was made by Viacom, the game finally begins. We see Rocko and Heifer at the beach, where, unfortunately, there's no surfing involved. Sorry, Hux.
Did you just say the beach has no surfing?
Unfortunately, I did.
Aw, it would have been radical seeing Rocko surf on a wave.
Yeah, it would be nice. But let's see what happens.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask. Anyway, later, dude!
Anyway, Rocko throws a frisbee at Spunky, but the frisbee flies over him. Spunky then wanders off to the dangerous area of the beach, and Rocko runs after him, trying to protect him from any danger. Graphically, it looks nice. The characters and even the settings look like they were ripped from the show. I also love hearing the characters speak, somewhat, during the cutscenes, and they are provided by the same people who voiced them in this show, so that alone's pretty nice. I hadn't even got to the gameplay yet, and already I'm enjoying this. It looks like the show, and for the most part, it even sounds like the show. Even the levels are based off episodes from the show. Well, season 1 to be exact. So, I must ask, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, no.
This gameplay style is a very dangerous style.
You play as Rocko as you try to guide Spunky to these golden fire hydrants 4 times per stage while avoiding anything dangerous. In other words, every level in this game are all escort missions. To be perfectly honest, I don't like this style of gameplay. It would have been nice to have them as minigames of some kind, but no, this is what you're doing for the entirety of the game. You have a health bar for Spunky, and it depletes every time Spunky runs into something hazardous. You also have these red fire hydrants which are used as checkpoints in case Spunky somehow dies. Now let's talk about Rocko's gameplay. You can protect Spunky by defeating enemies whether by punching or kicking them, riding rats because Spunky can't swim for some reason, cover tight ropes with a steel block by whipping his tail, and launch him onto other platforms with anything that behaves as a seesaw. And another thing, by pressing the Y button, you can pick up Spunky letting him lick your face and having him continue wandering around. Sometimes it works, but other times it doesn't. You have to be precisely close to Spunky in order to have him lick your face, otherwise nothing happens. But the worst thing about Rocko's gameplay is jumping. I don't like jumping in this game. You have to be very precise with your jumps, otherwise you'll end up overshooting your target and you have to start this whole section again just to get another crack at it. However, there is one thing in this game that I actually like. By pausing the game, you can use the arrow pads to move the map and see how far or how close you are to the fire hydrant. I love this because it gives you an idea on where to go and how you can guide Spunky to the fire hydrant. Or if you somehow lose Spunky, you can use the map to show how distant you are from Spunky. And as mentioned before, each stage ends when Spunky makes his way to the golden fire hydrant. Doing so 4 times clears the level and gives you a password in case you want to continue your journey at a later time. After finding a total of 16 fire hydrants, Rocko reunites with his dog and presumably returns home. With the gameplay and a bit of the story out of the way, let's talk about the levels. As mentioned before, each level in this game is cleverly named after the episode it was based on. Sandy Near Naples takes place at Rockaway Beach, which I kind of like mainly by the beach aesthetic alone. Trash of Madness takes place at the Hillowsten's garbage dump, but it looks more like a construction site but with trash. Here's a fun fact, this episode was also the original pilot of the show. Just wanted to point that out. Ice Cream takes place in the show's city, O-Town, even though it's the only level not based on an episode. By the way, it's awesome to see Mr. Bighead as well as Filbert as a rat. It's just hilarious to me. Finally, there's Unbalanced Load, which takes place in the laundromat under the name Laundryland. It does look a bit like a factory, but that's just me. At the end of the day, Spunky's Dangerous Day is not that enjoyable of a game. Graphically, it's pretty good for a Super NES game. The characters and levels match the style of the show, which I do find appealing. As for the gameplay, that's a completely different story. While I'm okay with some of the platforming elements, I don't like having every level be escort missions. It's just boring in my opinion. Even though Rocko's basic gameplay is good enough, the way he jumps in this game is not very good. I know that I didn't talk about the music, but again, it's just not memorable. I do like the menu theme, but again, they should have used the theme from the show. And it's surprising that the best part of the game is not the game itself, but rather the Nickelodeon logo you can mess with before the game. Overall, Rocko's Modern Life Spunky's Dangerous Day is not a dangerous game, but it's a game that I wouldn't recommend playing unless you want to add it to your gaming collection. It may be a coincidence that the game was released on April Fool's Day, but I just don't think it holds up to the show's success. Now, if it were me, I'd rather watch the show than play this game. And I will tell you this, it is definitely worth more of your time. I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer, and I wish you all good luck for the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone. Oh, and another thing, April Fools.
That was a hoot!